Larry Delgado, Larry the Legend, Larry Lawrence, whatever you want to call me, whatever I want to call myself.
Him?
It's gonna be him, me, we. But you're gonna hear a lot about this guy.
About him.
Money gonna spend, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last five, it's worth it, y'all.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Throw Podcast, episode 66. I got a special guest in the building to start off the new year. Happy New Year's to everybody out there. We got Larry Lawrence in the building. I'm gonna let you tell them a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I go by Larry Lawrence on Facebook, but my name is Larry Delgado, or Lawrence Delgado. That's actually was going to be my stage name. They didn't want me to use my Hispanic name.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
That would have sounded better. I ain't gonna lie. Salgado.
So Larry, the whole time we were doing these promo drops, you didn't say that.
It's okay. You know what? I have many names. I go by many names.
Okay. Many names.
I'm originally from LA. Grew up here in San Antonio.
Oh, LA. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I grew up in both states.
Interesting.
In LA and SA. So I would have like tattoos right there in both states because I consider both states my home.
Oh, that's interesting. On each leg.
Yeah.
One leg in this state, one leg in that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So that's what I did. So that's what I have. But I do a lot of more of my stuff here in San Antonio. But I did do crew work back in LA doing grip work, and I was a best boy, electrics, that kind of thing back in LA. I didn't do too much of the filming. Well, I did do like the second camera stuff.
Okay.
So I was like second AC and
crew work.
Yeah. And when I got here, I did a lot more in front of the camera or backgrounds on a lot of TV shows that are out there on like Showtime and CBS.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's my thing. But then I started writing too when I was out there in California.
Oh, okay.
I went to film school out there.
Yeah.
And I was going to film school. I just started writing.
Okay.
And then I saw myself like, oh, I didn't think I was going to do this.
Like, you've been gone from LA, or like you usually go back and forth? How long has it been?
I went last year to LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went for my birthday, but I still went out there to LA because I still do a lot of stuff. When I was out there, I did a lot of stuff with La Leaf and the Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival, which is run by Edward James Olmos. So
okay, that's dope.
I used to work with him in there. Also worked with the NAACP Theater Awards with the Beverly Hills chapter.
Nice.
So I used to just help them out all the time. You know, I didn't care. I just wanted to be somewhere in the entertainment field, no matter what it was.
Right. You was always keeping your foot in. Yeah. Were you born and raised in LA?
I was born over there. I was raised here, but then we also we'd go back and forth.
Okay.
So I was born in Glendale, California, which is right by LA. And then I also lived in San Fernando, California, or Tonga. Southern California, went to the Tonga Mountains up in San Fernando Valley. Okay. And then also, when I moved back, I went to Coachella Valley, and I was working at a resort hotel out there, and I used to live out there. And then I moved to Anaheim, and then I moved to Long Beach.
Oh, okay. So you've been around Cali. You've been around Cali.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you move this way? Was it like growing up family?
Well, because I have family out there, but most of my family's here. Okay. And when I went to this last time, I used to work for a hotel. So the hotel took me from San Antonio to Dallas to the Coachella Valley, where I worked at a resort hotel out there. And then I quit that, and I went to school in Huntington Beach, California. And it was just like a technical school, just to learn the basics of filming. And from there, I got opportunities to work on sets on certain things. So I learned more that way. Gotcha. And I stayed out there for 6 years, and I worked restaurants and then did also film work at the same time.
Hustling.
Yeah,
no, that's
what I did with my roommate. And it's weird because my roommates, and I hear this a lot when I was like you see talk shows where they talk to, my roommate was so and so. And I'm like, what do you mean? How can they be roommates? But then when I think about it, my roommates were musicians and actors too. Oh yeah. And we lived together. We gravitated towards each other, I guess, in a way.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you see a lot of these actors, celebrities actually knew each other. Yeah. And same thing with, rappers, singers. Yeah. A lot of like, hey, I was from this, and I knew this person in high school, or I was living in this projects with them. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Sure you did. But then I lived it, too. So, I was like, okay. And we all did the same thing. He was a songwriter. She was an actor. I started writing and doing crew work and stuff like that. So yeah, it's possible. It does happen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Improve.
Poppy X De Niro in the background over here. I didn't want to shout him out earlier because he was stuffing his face with some pizza, but now he got the pizza down, so he can talk to y'all.
Alright, y'all. Well, you know, Poppy X De Niro, co-host. Larry, so, you know, I hear that, you know, hearing that you're an actor.
Yes.
Well, what kind of movies have you been in, man?
Mainly a lot of independent short films.
Okay.
That's mainly what I've done, acting rise in front of the camera. Like I said, I've done a lot of background work for. I was a feature background for. I was the only one that was not of Middle Eastern descent, but I was an Afghani shopkeeper.
Okay.
The movie's called Believe. You can find it on social media. I'm also on IMDb on that one as well. But he actually handpicked me because I had just come back from LA, guys, and I saw that they wanted somebody to play an Afghan citizen. So I put a scarf around my head and I shaved my head off. And he picked me and he goes, "No, I want this guy." And they even called me and they said, "He wants you." I was like, "Okay." So out of everybody that was there, I was the only one that
Were you even surprised?
I was surprised. When I got there, almost everybody else was Middle Eastern and I was not. I was the only Hispanic acting as a Middle Easterner. I was like, okay, but...
Did they know that?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But you see, when you're in Hollywood, they tell you, like when you go to background work, it tells you what race. Yeah. It doesn't mean your race. It means what race can you pass for. So I could pass as a white, I could pass as a Hispanic, I could pass as a Latino, I could pass as a... anybody, yeah. I could say who I passed for. And they will... You know, there's even people who have been the Dos Equis man, for instance. Everybody saw him many times, right? Yeah. He was not even Hispanic, he was Jewish.
Interesting.
You see?
Fun fact.
Yeah, but you know, fun fact. you don't have to be that race, you just have to portray that race. That they want you to do. If you can do that, then you're good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What was your accent for it? Did you have it?
No, because you know I was this background.
Oh, okay.
But I could have done it. A little bit more Indian.
What would have been your accent? I would have been like,
what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What you going to do? You going to pay? You going to leave? I need to know what you're going to do. Huh?
That's good. That's more Indian.
Okay. Like what?
What type of roles did you play? Being you said you were an Afghanistan shopkeeper.
Yeah. I have the pictures there. Maybe I should show those to you. But I was a Afghan shopkeeper. If you see the movie, you'll see me in the background. But most of the people who were in it, you'll see them. It was a very everybody was in it, and you could see them.
Gotcha.
But then it's supposed to be a car that has a bomb that blows up.
Oh wow!
And then we all die. But so they had put a big hole in my mouth, oh
man, you got taken out.
Yeah, and then the main actor.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I forgot his name. But at the very end, he's like distraught and he's just like yelling because there's also a little baby that dies.
Oh wow!
And and I was right next to him, and he turned around, he's just pounding on me, and I was just like, okay. And then after he cut, he goes, "Dude, are you okay?" I'm pounding you too hard because he was just like, ah.
He went for real with that act.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good.
Like trying to bring you back to life?
Yeah. No, just his anger is
his anger, okay. Like what was it? What did you play? Like a brother of his, or was it like
just
a friend?
Like I said, I just had to blow up in the aftermath. Yeah. He went crazy a little bit or something.
Gotcha.
What he saw.
Gotcha.
But I was like, okay, all right. But every time we took that take, he'd be like, I'm gonna be okay. It'll be okay. I'm not pounding you like I did a little while ago.
Yeah. Because you got to do a few takes.
Yeah.
When it comes to acting.
Yep.
What made you pursue acting and directing?
I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to do that when I was younger, bro. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to be on TV. I always wanted to be a newscaster.
Oh, interesting, a newscaster.
And that's what I don't know if everybody remembers. I'm gonna date me. Chris Maru was like one of the best news anchors here in San Antonio, I thought. And I used to always watch him. Mm-hmm. And I was like in 5th grade, 6th grade, but I wanted to see the news at 10 o'clock. I had to watch it because there was just something about the news that captured me. And
that's the first time I heard somebody ever say that in life. I'm saying that's interesting. I want to hear your theory on that. Why?
I don't know. I think just because you're on TV, people are watching. You're giving people information that they need. Yeah. And I was like, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to be where he's at. How do you get there? But at the same time, when I was in elementary school, that had something that changed my whole perspective of life. I guess you could say. I went to a variety show.
Okay.
In my second grade, and they were doing, anything, any shows up on stage. They were doing whatever they wanted to do. The kids in the school were doing it.
Yeah. Doing
songs, acting out, doing stuff. It's like a talent show, but it was just a variety show. And I remember going to it, and I was like...
Yeah, a variety of different talents.
Yeah. And I was like, how come I didn't know about this? In my head, I was like, 9 years old, 8 years old.
And you're like, that's something you would have...
Yeah, I was just like, how come I didn't know about this? I wanted to be a part of this.
Were you outgoing as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
I learned like the Saturday Night Fever dance that John Travolta did. I learned it all.
Oh wow!
And I used to go out and perform it on the floor.
Oh wow!
I don't care who's watching. I go out. I do that stuff. But anyway, when I was in elementary school, and I went back to tell my teacher, I said, "How do I get on the variety show? How do I do that?" He goes, "Well, you have to be in third grade." And I was in second grade. So I was like, "Damn!" So when third grade came around, I was like, "Give me that permission form," and I did.
What'd you do?
Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell.
Interesting. You got the video of that?
No, way past
that was good, right? Little Larry, you had that footage. That would have been good.
My mom has pictures of.
Oh, you got pictures.
She has it in a photo album. Yeah.
Oh man, send it to us. I had to look for him. Put it on for the Throw podcast.
I was like this little chubby little kid, I was just like missing teeth and stuff. But yeah, it was cool. I wanted to be a performer. Yeah. Once I saw you could do that, I was just like, yeah. I somehow.
That sounds like where it kind of like boom.
Yeah. And then when I got to high school, I was in drama. Well, in junior high, I was in speech, and then I got into drama, and I got into speech. I was in band, played trombone, I played piano, did broadcasting, did journalism, did all the aspects you need to do to combine it all together when I was in high school. Because I was like, what can I do to speed me up a little bit? So that's why I started taking classes.
Oh, nice, nice. This was in high school. Did you take any college courses?
I did go to SAC. I did RTV, but I wanted to do more TV. Their concentration was more radio. Okay. And I did know how. I learned the radio, but that's not what I really wanted. So I kind of left it. And the school I really wanted to go to, we couldn't afford to send me out to go to the school, so I just wanted to stay back and live. I went into the workforce, and I just stayed working for a long time until I finally said, I need to take. Well, when I got to a hotel and took me to California, that was it. I was like, I'm in California again, and here's my chance to go ahead and do what I wanted to do.
So, how old were you when you moved back to California?
Oh man, I was not young.
Okay, so you was out here a long time before you moved back.
Yeah, I was in my mid 30s.
So, how old were you when you moved here?
I was a baby.
Oh, okay. So that's what
But I did go back when I was like 6, 7 years old, and we went back with it, and we came back.
Oh, okay. So growing up as a kid, you were. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of how I was with my mother. I'm originally from New Jersey, but then I ended up moving to Florida with my mother, then back. But most of my life I actually been in Jersey. It sounds like for you, the place you moved to, you was mainly here. Yeah. And it's always been San Antonio?
San Antonio, Houston, Dallas.
Oh, so you've been, okay.
I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
What's your favorite city out here?
New York. out here, New York. No,
that's hilarious.
I really like Dallas. That was really cool.
You like Dallas was your spot?
But San Antonio is where all my family's at, so,
all the families out here. Okay. You still got family back home? I mean, back in Cali, yeah?
We do, but...
your immediate family's out here, or what?
Everybody out here. My uncle's wife and kids are out there, but when he passed away, they kind of told us, in not so many good words, that they didn't want to be part of our family anymore.
Oh, man, that's...
So it was like, okay, right. No skin off my back. I was like, okay, that's what you... That's your prerogative. That's yours. I came out here just to come see you all, but if you don't want to see me, fine. I'm good with that. Yeah. I just come in here, have some fun, drink some beers, and do whatever I'm going to do.
Talking about drinking beers. So, So, this is a good story. So, I met Larry on King of the South. Mm-hmm. Shout out Carmona.
Shout out Carmona.
We were doing a gig at El Coqui.
The cookie, yeah.
And he was playing a doctor, right? That's what it was?
I was a drunk doctor.
Drunk doctor, yeah. Drunk doctor. Yeah. So I brought my own prop to the set, which is the screwball bottle right there with actual alcohol in it. And so we did the scene where Larry had to take a shot, but in acting you gotta take multiple takes sometimes.
It's supposed to be water or Coke or trays of liquor you're drinking.
So I'm over here pouring him up. I was playing a bartender, by the way, and pouring him up, and then so we had to do another scene. How many shots do you think you took in that scene?
I think it was 5. About 5 shots.
Well, Kamar said you was loosened up.
He said by the end of your last line, it looked like you were really loosened up. You were really good there. You were doing too good.
Yeah. No, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
But I like that. I like that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the screwball. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. So what's next? What you got coming up? Any recent projects you got coming up?
Well, I did do my short film called Time.
Okay.
And I had to do that twice for reasons I won't talk about. But I did film it once, and then things didn't pan out. Didn't things go right? Certain issues that came up, so I had to shoot it again. So it was double money for me here, but double time to do that. But this one came out really good. I'm very happy with it. A lot of people liked it. For a 20-minute film, I have 2 twists in it, and there's a lot of people who said that it felt like they were in a longer film.
Like plot twist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they felt like it was longer because so much happened in a little bit.
And this is the ones that are coming up?
No, this is the one that just came out already.
Oh, this one just came out. Okay. That's the one you sent me. Okay, cool.
Now the next one I'm going to do is called The Lost Bullet. Now, The Lost Bullet, when I was in LA, there was a group out there called Salvi Mex, and they were a rap group that sung a lot of Spanish.
In LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
They wanted me to write a video for them. Mm-hmm. So I listened to their song, and I was...
Like a music video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a storyline behind the
Interesting.
So I did. I wrote it out, and he liked it, and I was picking out spots and stuff, but then they wound up not going with it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I went home, and I said, it's a good story. So I just kept putting characters and...
So the music video into a movie?
Yeah. So now it's going to be a full feature film.
Oh, that's pretty dope. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's called The Lost Bullet. And I'm right now in pre-production right now, getting everybody together, trying to get the people who are going to be at the top with me, and then start doing the actors auditions, and then I'm already scouting for locations and stuff. So I'm on the grind on that right now. I probably won't start filming until March or April, and hopefully it'll be out probably by next. Hopefully, depending on how editing goes and post-production, but maybe by next November, December, or just next year. Yeah,
interesting. Well, I mean, that isn't it like dope how like one little idea could turn into something? Because you said it was a music video that you were writing a story for, and it's becoming something bigger.
Something more,
yeah. So we was talking about how like stuff like that, how things could be small and just turn into something big with Carmona when he was on the episode. Shout out again, Carmona. But I was gonna say, me and De Niro are also artists, so maybe we give you something to write to, man, and maybe, hey, what's the worst that can happen? And come out another movie or something.
You never know. And I started writing, when I was in California, I started writing that, and then I started writing a sitcom called This Is La Vida, or This Is the Life. I kind of changed it up.
In high school?
No, when I was in California.
Oh, California.
When I was going to film school, when I was writing this, I already started writing a sitcom, but I thought it was just going to be like a short film. At first, just a comedy. And then I started writing it, and then I started adding more characters. I said, no, this is more an episodic. So then I kept writing. So I started writing episodes. So I have like 5, 6 episodes that I've written since then.
Oh, nice.
But I started writing it back in 2008.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've had to revisit it and change some stuff because a lot has changed.
Update to modern times when you do decide to...
Yeah. So it's about a single Hispanic mom that's raising 3 kids on her own, and her brother's in prison when they come out of prison to stay with her, and she's on housing and government help.
Okay.
She doesn't need him to be coming into the apartment. But he has nowhere else to go.
One of those.
So he put that he's going to go stay with them. So it's a comedy about that, and then him trying to be the role model to the kids, even though he's coming.
It's a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy. Yeah.
Is that what you prefer to write about? Like you prefer to do comedies, or?
No, I have everything. I have that. I have dramas. I have kind of like soap dramas. I have a little bit of everything, and it's stuff that either I've grown up with, I've seen, about a little bit about me in those storylines.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just things that I see, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna add that and start doing stuff. So,
what do you prefer though? Like, what's your preferred writing piece? Like, if you had to like choose, what would you prefer to write about the most?
I don't know about write about, but the genre I would like to, or not the genre, but because you have movies and you have episodics, right? TV.
Okay.
I really go with episodic.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I do that because I always think about the people who are working behind. Who do I have working? In a film, you're gonna have them employed for about a month.
For what? Doing what? For a movie. Okay.
And then they're out.
Okay.
If you do episodics, you might be good for a few seasons.
What could be years if
people
as long as it's that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So always
thinking about the people. Yeah.
I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about the people who are going to be helping me make the product.
No, that's pretty dope way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a movie could be just one hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. But
it's okay. I mean, like I said, it could be a episodic that gets canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at least they were there for about 3 months before they got canceled. You know, at least they got 3 months of work instead of just a month of work or a few months of work.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, Larry, what would you say would be your best practices when it comes to acting?
My best practices is just concentrate on what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to deliver it, and listen to whoever's directing me, if I'm not the director, of how that character needs to be presented or how it needs to be coming out. Because we all have our own way of what that character is, but the director has another way of seeing what that character is. And it's homework. You know, before you go out there, you just have to really know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and how to deliver. And the thing about filming is that you have different takes, right? So you can always cut and take a take and do it over again. That's one thing I liked about doing a theater is that there are no takes. If you go out there and you deliver what you're supposed to deliver, and that's it.
Yeah. You know? That makes sense. It's improv.
Right. You can improv a little bit, but you have to keep it.
Yeah, keep it
in what you're trying to do, so the other person can come in and they need to. And that's what I liked about theater, and that taught me a lot. And I've heard a lot of actors say it's better to do theater first and then movies because
it makes you better at acting.
You learn your lines a lot better that way.
Yeah.
Because you're
on the spot.
Yeah.
You're literally on the spot. Yeah.
I can't mess up. I'm not supposed to mess up. I gotta know what you're gonna say before I say it. You know, you can't because it's theater and movies. I like because you can cut and you can. The thing good about movies is that if I don't get what I want the first time, you can do it again. Say, do it again, but do it this way.
Yeah.
You know, theater you can't do that.
Yeah. You mess up, you just gotta keep going. Right?
Yeah. If it comes out right, I mean that's why I guess you have rehearsals all the time.
Yeah. Do you have more rehearsals for theater than you would well, you wouldn't really have to rehearse for act. You just gotta study your lines, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You have to study your lines. You have to see what the director wants, of course, ahead of time. Now you do have a couple of shots that you do rehearsals for, and sometimes those rehearsals they film them. You know, it says rehearsal, but sometimes the rehearsals
and they're better. Yeah, that makes sense. But for theater, you're actually rehearsing because you have to deliver every night, every day.
Oh,
and that makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, I'm sure that repetitiveness of rehearsing also instills it.
Yeah.
And you,
like the last thing I did on stage was monologues. It was called what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It was I played one guy who was an LA gangster. And then I played another one. The second part of the show, I played a Mexican national getting deported on purpose because he wanted to go on vacation without having to pay.
Oh, wow.
To visit his family. But then he wanted to come back to the United States when he got done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So his deportation with his vacation, he planned?
Yeah. So he gets deported back on purpose. Now, the LA gangster was, he's seeing all these, and it happens because we see it in movies like Stand and Deliver, where Lou Diamond Phillips is not a Chicano, but he's a Filipino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they bring that out. They say, Filipinos are taking our roles. I'm right here. I'm the grill gangster. Why don't you put me in the film? You know, so that's his thing about Hollywood is that they're using people who are not of the real thing.
Interesting. Yeah.
So let's take it back then. Let's take it back then when you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, growing up. How because you're an actor, right? So it's like, how as a child did you ever have like a cartoon? Like me, I had like certain cartoons because I like to act too, even though I haven't became an actor or nothing in pursuit of that. But I do like to, you know, I do like to sound like, for example, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
You know, what would be like the cartoons that you like made a focus on just to like practice that act?
And by the way, he's just a natural Scooby-Doo. That's all.
I mean, Scooby-Doo really like to do anyway, or Astro. You know, Astro for the dog. You know, they don't like to do Astro. I don't know. You know, because I used to like watching Johnny Quest, and because he was more of a serious, Johnny Quest, serious cartoon, and he had his friend Hodge. Yeah. You know, the Indian guy. So I used to like watching that a lot. And then, of course, I used to like watching. There was a cartoon called The Shmoo.
I haven't heard that.
It was like a white blob, but he could turn into whatever he wanted to turn into. Yeah, okay. Like if you need a steak, he turn into a steak. Or you turn into a dog, he turn into a dog. If you need a sofa, he turn into a sofa. So it was. I'm
pretty sure people gonna be googling The Shmoo.
Yeah. It's just a. I'm a Google it. I don't even know what The Shmoo is supposed to be. It was a white thing. With little hands.
A blob.
Yeah, and little whiskers and eyes. I don't know. Captain Caveman was another thing I like watching. But I guess because he could be whatever they want him to be, he could be. Yeah. And I guess that's kind of like our life. We could shape ourselves to whatever we want to be.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you say that because me and Daenerys had this talk before too. So like with me, like I like to do multiple things, right? And I feel like those multiple things come hand in hand, kind of like what you were saying earlier when you went to school to do this, but all of it goes hand in hand. So like with me, I do music. I started doing music first, and then I got into photography. But then photography also as an artist, you collaborate with artists, and I was able to take pictures of artists.
Right.
And then I got into doing video and music video. So all that goes hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
And then now I'm doing podcasts, which I use all my equipment that I use for everything else. So everything goes hand in hand, and there's some people that they say like, oh, hey, why don't you just do one thing? And I'm like, as humans, we do so many things. Like as a human being, we can do so many things. There's so many possibilities of what you can do. I feel as though some people limit themselves by doing just one thing. So I'm glad that you said that because we're all multi-talented. We all could do so much. So I'm really glad you brought that up.
They used to call me Looseful.
Why did they call you that?
Because I was a jack of all trades and master of none.
And what? Well, see, you know, I seen the movie with Chris. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't know if it was Rock or it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock, and he said that in the movie. Because the kid was doing so many things, and he said you're a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, that sounds familiar when you said that.
But what made you bring that up? Go ahead.
No, because people should in the hotel business. Because I did a lot. I didn't stick to just one job all the time. I was in room service. I was a bartender. I was a server. I was a supervisor. I was a banquet captain. I was a banquet server. I was security. I did a lot of things because I wanted to have a lot on my belt.
Right. How do you feel about that when they say that?
I don't give.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Hey, sorry, just for the throw, you can curse on here. It's okay.
Yeah. No, but I was just like, okay, because Me Lusos is actually a Mexican movie about a guy who does a lot of different jobs.
Oh, okay. It's good to know. It's good to add some context to that. Yeah. Me Luso. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, but he did so many different things and got his hands that he would get into trouble a lot too and doing stuff. But it was
do you believe in that like saying, or I mean obviously you don't, but like at first did you, or like did you learn to grow away from it, or you've always never like of that saying? Yeah. That's saying.
The saying?
Yeah.
No, because like I said, the more I know, the more I can get more ahead.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. I'm the same way. So like when people like say stuff like that, I usually like. This is what I usually do. I just start asking them, what do you do in your life?
Yeah.
I'm a father. You're a father. Oh. You're an uncle. Oh, you're an uncle. What do you do in your spare time? Oh, I like to play football. You like to play football in your spare time? Okay. What you do? You work? Yeah, I have a job with it. Right there, you already named 5 things, right? About your life. So why can't I do this, and that without you saying something like that? You know?
True.
What's good in the hood? For the Throw Podcast, episode 66. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sitting here in this episode, as y'all already seen, Larry been in here discussing the different things about his life. Appreciate y'all tuning in. He's an actor, almost a songwriter. I have too many artists on my podcast. actor, director, writer. You know, but you know what? This is for the thrill. Larry, you want to give him anything?
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
There you go. Watch the rest of the episode. You can learn more.
Alright, so as far as, being an actor, I know you said, you mentioned earlier that you've had short films that you've done, right? If you were to ever have a chance to be like a big movie actor that's out here, who would it be?
What would it be? Like what? What genre? Like what type of film it would be?
Oh, it wouldn't matter. Like what type of genre? Just like a big movie actor that you favor.
Al Pacino.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's done a lot of different characters.
Right.
And I used to look up to him. Dustin Hoffman was really good back in the day as well. And Dustin Hoffman, he was he even played what's her name? Where he dressed up like a woman and acted like the kid's maid or something. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah.
That's Oh my goodness, I can't believe.
It was Dustin Hoffman, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Yeah, they were.
No. It's the guy, the same guy from Jumanji.
Robin Williams.
I don't know.
No, Robin Williams. Oh my God, he.
Yeah, I was gonna be still hold on.
Okay.
But I got exactly what you were talking about.
Robin Williams. I mean, he started off as Mork and Mindy. Now, when you see these comedic actors, and there's a lot of comedic actors who have started out in comedy, and that's how you see them as. When you see them go, and they become like Robin Williams. He was so many different characters, and it was like he was Dead Poet Society, and he was this. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. It's just like, wow, this guy can really do it, man. He's like really versatile in everything that he touches.
Yeah.
And just like Monique, when she was in the film, was it where she was the abusive mother?
Was that Precious? Yeah.
You see how deep she got?
Yeah. No. Monique is a good actor.
Yeah. I mean, but you always saw her in her comedy skits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then she did this movie. She got an Oscar for it. It's just like she really deserved it because I was like, God, to play that.
Yeah. Now she's
and to get into that mindset of what she did to her daughter. I don't know if you saw the movie and you got to see what you...
Yeah, it takes a lot for stuff like that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people go through it.
Yeah.
And it's just... Yeah, you just have to get to that place.
Speaking of that, when it comes down to getting into the mold, how do you prepare to get into a mold emotionally?
Emotionally, I can usually turn on the waterworks pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Not all the time.
Don't say that.
Because we did a play called The Rosary, where I was in it with Brandy Lopez and a few other people. It was a big cast, and I played a priest who used to be a gangster, but I turned my life and became a priest. But I'm also the brother of this family that it's about.
Okay.
So there's a part in there where I had to get down and talk about how sometimes even as a priest, I have my doubts about certain things.
Okay.
And I had to get to that emotion where I have to let people feel it.
As a priest.
Because it's hurting me.
Okay.
Because deep down, it's a dark. I go into this dark place sometimes, and it's hard for me to get out of it. And I start cheering up a little bit and start doing that, and then.
Do you start thinking of stuff that went through in your life to help you with that, or how that?
I just have to get me feeling sad. And it doesn't have to be thinking about anything or anything.
You just know how to turn that emotion on and off?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I get in there and I say, okay, I just have to be sad. I have to bring it out. And I'll just start doing it.
I feel like in a way that's a talent because
for sure.
I have to think of something like to even become sad like that. Like
some people do, and that works for them. But I can always feel it coming onto me.
Like you literally draw the emotion of sadness out.
When you get mad, you can go. You can feel the pressure go.
Yeah.
I get that. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can get like, oh my God, and just get irate and get ugly.
Yeah.
Or just, but it messes with your mind.
Yeah.
It messes with your head a little bit. That's why some actors say they have to take a rest of the characters they play.
Like the old Joker?
The Joker, whatever. There's so much emotion, so much things you're doing that it's hard to get it out.
Yeah.
To stop it.
Yeah.
You want to keep going with it. It's just like, you have to make a rest. Sit back for a little bit, drink some beer, relax.
Or no, you curse it out. Fuck you. No, get out my face. Right. Like, hey, the scene's over. The scene's over.
Yeah. No, yeah. I can do that.
Who's your favorite top 5 actors?
But it's Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Al Pacino. I would have to go. Let's go with recent ones. Timothy Chalamet and who do I pick as the next one?
Okay, so your favorite actors is the same people that you use in a movie. Yeah, if you could. He said, "I'm just use the same answer." No, definitely. How about favorite directors? Give me your top 3 favorite directors.
Let's see. Michael Bay would probably be one of them. And Night Shyamalan, I do like his work that he does as a writer and director.
Who was that now?
And Night Shyamalan.
What movie he does?
He did Signs.
Signs, okay.
He's done all these weird suspense.
Yeah, I heard of Signs.
You don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I like movies like that. I like that. I like psychological thrillers. I like horror movies. I'm big on that type of stuff.
Yeah, horror. I'm okay. I have some written out, but it's not like my favorite genre to do. Yeah. But I do have some written out.
I like to watch it.
Yeah. It's okay if I have the lights on. I don't know. There's a lot of scary movies that I just have to, or I have to be in the frame of watching it just to watch it.
That's when you bring on your brave emotion.
Yeah. Okay,
turn it on.
And knock you out because of my room.
Right. For the crew, ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah. I would have to say, I'm not good with names. Like, what's your name? No, I'm just kidding. You're like, what's yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it at that.
Okay, so we got just 2 favorite directors.
Yeah, because I'm really bad with names, especially directors and actors. You saw that.
How about your favorite local director?
Me.
You knew that was coming.
All right, I knew that was coming.
That's me, bro. Come on.
Now, you mentioned earlier how you were saying, like, people sometimes in movies, they had to take breaks from getting too emotional and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because honestly, I feel like, man, the Grinch, Jim Carrey, he wore like that whole costume, and it was like all stuck to him and everything like that. They say that he took his little break when he ended up going back, and he was over here like talking to himself, hello, and doing that. Yeah. Like that was his little break he took.
Yeah. I don't know. Being in costume, like with just the zombies. Like the zombie movie.
That's recent, right? The Alamo City
zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, you have all these prosthetics on you, and you feel it on you, but you don't feel it on you right away, right? Because it's wet. And then later on, it gets start getting hard.
Yeah.
You start feeling it, and you're like, and then you go home and you take it out, you're like,
your body like it's irritating, huh?
No, it's just like when I was seeing this last time, I was like, is this latex or is this my skin? What are you taking out here? Is it really me or what? Because it was like quite a bit, and I was like,
you were really tripping out like that? You know, I did that before with a contact. I had contacts and I went swimming, and I wasn't sure if I was contact or not. So I'm literally like I'm pulling my eye. Literally, I'm touching my pupil on my eyeball, and I'm pulling that skin there, thinking it's my contact. It was never my contact. It's literally, I'm pulling my skin on my freaking my pupil. I'm literally touching it and pulling. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, this contact is right here. But I lost that contact.
Like you do.
I'm glad I didn't mess my iPod.
Yeah. And this is when you look in the mirror. Yeah. You look in the mirror like, wait. And I was like, I'm scared. What am I fooling right now? I don't even know what I'm fooling because you got the Continental latex.
So that's remind me of that movie. What's it? I don't know if it's Ex Machina. So it's okay. So in the movie, there, and I've seen other shows and movies like this where they're like robots, right? Mm-hmm. But they kind of like find out that they're robots by either getting cut or something like that, okay. And then they see like the wires or something inside of them. Yeah. I wonder if like certain people in the world psychologically, especially people that might not be right in the head, they might look at that and be like, and they might wonder like, cause like even me just watching the movie, I'm like, damn, that'd be crazy if that was like real. But how about someone like might have just like let me check like there's a lot of crazy people in the world.
There's a lot of influence.
Yeah. So like now with social media and stuff like that, and like I don't know if you be on TikTok, but it's a lot of conspiracies, and I wonder a lot of people fall for certain things so easily, and they just start once social media puts it out, it's like. It's godly, like it's you know what I'm saying, yeah. And the masses start following it, and I wonder if like that's how it is. That's what that reminded me of. Like
talking about conspiracies, there was a guy that I used to work with in the warehouse. If you ever watch this, you probably know what I'm talking about. But he said
shout out to him.
He said that his conspiracy theory was that they're filming us everywhere, and somebody asked him, "Tell him who do you think is filming? Who's looking?" And he goes, "The birds." Because the birds, and then at night they go on the electrical wire and they recharge.
I heard that conspiracy.
And then they fly out.
So there's a conspiracy, and if you look on like TikTok, you can find all this stuff so easily. For some reason, anywhere else it's harder to find stuff. But if you go on TikTok, I feel like you just type something in and find the most conspiracies. So that's a conspiracy. That supposedly there's cameras inside of birds' eyes, and the birds are not real. And they were saying that even like if you see a dead bird, it's like it's never really dead. You like it never bleeds or something like that. Yeah. It was just I heard that conspiracy. I did, but cameras are watching us everywhere.
Conspiracy. Actually, so when COVID happened, I decided I was never gonna take the COVID test. I mean not the COVID test, but the shot. I wasn't gonna take the shot because. Conspiracy theory that I heard was that they actually put that the shot itself is a natural chip. That the
666, the mark of the beast.
Yeah. that it's a natural chip that supposedly the government allegedly the government had is basically gonna detect you everywhere you go. So I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. So
I'm not very got it 3 more times. So I guess it expired. And I need to get it again. I don't know. But I
crazy. Well, speaking of conspiracies, what's your favorite conspiracy that you believe might be true?
I don't believe in conspiracies.
You don't believe in none?
No, I just people.
Not even like John F. Kennedy type spirit. None of that type of.
No. I mean,
the moon landing. How about the moon landing? You believe?
Okay, maybe the moon landing.
Oh, we get somewhere. Everyone has at least one. You gotta have something in there.
Because we've never gone back, And then there was a movie called.
You're about to look like the guy at work. Go ahead. Wow. At the warehouse.
What was the name of that movie? Eagles Landed.
Eagles Landed.
It was in the 70s.
Oh yeah, I would never saw.
And it was about that they actually had all the astronauts and everything on a studio set, and they had everything look like the moon, but they weren't there.
Yeah.
So that's what they had done to make it look like they had gone to the moon, but they were not at the moon.
In the movie.
In the movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I do I see some stuff on that too in regards to that, and since you're in the field, of directing and acting, you probably be someone that know would that be possible to film something like that back then, on stage? And yeah,
anything's possible.
Yeah, anything.
You can make anything.
Yeah,
I mean, even if we're not in the age we are today with technology and what we can do with effects and stuff like that. Yeah. They found ways to do stuff.
Yeah.
and they can make it look as real as possible.
Yeah, even back then, right?
Because even artists can make stuff look like it's.
Illusions, illusions,
and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, it can happen.
I seen
sad,
a podcast before. I'm not sure if it was the Joe Rogan podcast, but he was interviewing someone that's like a part of like Area 51 and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they were saying that all the technology that we have, like at the current moment, whatever that current moment is, it's advanced 10 to 20 years. So like, not us, but the government has it advanced, but we only see like 10 years, 20 years prior of that technology.
That I agree with.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's certain things that I think that they shouldn't...
There was something similar along the lines.
Yeah, that there's things that they probably should not have known, or... I do agree with that technology is given to the government and other places way before it comes to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
because they knew where to go get Osama bin Laden. They knew how to do all that. They knew how to. There's technology that they know that they don't want us to know yet.
Yeah,
it's gonna get there, like you said, like drones and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they used drones a long time.
Oh, you hear all that's going on in Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Jersey. So they're saying that the drones are actually going into the ocean.
My family's in Jersey, and I know a lot of people from Jersey. Someone on Facebook said that the drone was watching up through the window and hit the window or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if they just spying on people. I don't know what's going on.
It could just be anybody. You know, you don't have to be a government.
Right, yeah. It could be just,
You're trying to get,
anybody can have a drone.
Trying to get footage for
But multiple drones, though.
Yeah, exactly.
One drone, okay, but multiple drones?
No, multiple. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Unless they all got together and said, "Hey, let's put up our drones."
Let's just fuck with people.
I mean, because there are people that do that. You know,
yeah.
They put get together and do all kinds of shit just to like freak out the people.
Yeah.
They have nothing better to do.
Yeah. Imagine that. Especially, how about you like I feel like if I was rich, right, I would do like with so much time on my hand, I'll probably do some like stuff to fuck with people. like I'll come up with something.
Like the Squid Game.
Oh, the Squid Games. That's crazy.
Those are rich people do whatever.
Yeah, like
people.
Yeah. Look at Diddy, he does whatever. All right, enough conspiracy.
He did it.
Enough.
He's in jail.
Yeah, he's in jail. But yeah, let's get back to you and the writing.
Let me ask you something somewhere on this subject about people getting in trouble and stuff like that.
I like this topic, right?
If me and you were here smoking, and somebody saw it, they'd be kind of coming after us, right? Maybe.
No.
Like because we're smoking, or maybe we're doing something wrong.
We've done it before. No,
or we show a gun.
No. Oh yeah, right? Show a gun. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's brand. That's
remember,
brand.
Okay. But remember, CBD is legal in Texas.
But if a star does it.
Hemp.
Yeah, but if a movie star does it.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Why aren't they doing anything to them?
Yeah.
Us as the common people, if we do that stuff on here,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Send the cops over here, but they're doing it on their musically. They're doing it on here on the podcast. They're doing. Okay.
Right.
I mean, everybody's watching them because they're famous.
Right.
But they're not getting in trouble.
Right.
But me and you will get in trouble.
Right. And they do it often.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like.
So how do you feel about that?
It's alright.
Yeah, what you think? You think it's just like what, like
it's favoritism to them, not to us. We're the common folk.
Yeah,
they're the ones making millions of dollars, and we're the ones making $13 an hour.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like they do illegal stuff literally on. Yeah,
I feel it's the fame behind it, and also the money as well. I feel like the fame and the money is really why they're able to do that, and us is just us just in general as just civilians. We're not able to actually
and we don't know
do that without getting in trouble.
We don't know.
Well, you know what too. Also, I think if they even if they do get in trouble, they could just easily pay a fine or pay something like nothing.
I'm pretty sure people knew Diddy was doing this a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the people that been to his parties, right? Yeah.
It's just now, how many years later?
Yeah.
That they want to do something about it. So
I think.
It takes so long?
So my thing is, I think if that footage never even came out, would we even be talking about this right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that footage, the one of him beating Cassie, through the elevator and stuff. Yeah. So I think if that never came out, I don't even think we'd be talking.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, and that's supposed to be what 10
Those are a while ago.
Yeah, years before, like
But they showed it.
Yeah, but why now?
Why is it?
What did he do wrong to these elite people?
Yeah.
Find out on the next episode of.
So I say episodic. You see, it's a 66 episode.
Oh, this is the 66th episode.
Yeah.
Not 666.
66.
This freaking guy.
He said 666.
Well, you said that earlier too?
No, I said 66.
Oh, he did say 66.
Did I?
You did, yeah.
Hey, we got cameras. I'm gonna check.
$20. Let's bet. $20.
I didn't hear you say something.
I'm gonna win.
But
right.
I'm gonna edit. No,
anything that to me like bad luck, like 13, that's my favorite number. 666. Believe it or not, those numbers are somewhere in my numbers.
That's one of your favorite numbers?
It's in my numbers.
What you mean in your numbers? Like how?
Well, I tell you, they're going to be looking. Let's look.
You know, they said...
The Social Security number?
Yeah. The government number.
You know, they said the double numbers was originally supposed to be 999. And now 666.
Who's they?
What?
Who's they?
Internet.
I don't know. Because isn't 999 angelic? Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. We need like a. You ever watch the Joe Rogan podcast? We need like a Jamie behind the scenes where he just Googles everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's behind the scenes. Yeah. Oh, but hey, Jamie, can you find out what? And then it pulls up on the screen. Oh, okay.
No,
Dinero.
Dinero, pull it up there.
That's what you were saying. How you were saying in general, like famous people, they could do stuff that we can't do, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I feel in general all human beings, no matter what type of lifestyle they live and anything like that, I feel like everybody should be treated equally the same. And I say that because I'm glad you brought that up. Authority, for example, cops.
Yeah.
I think police. There's a new law. We can't be on our phones, but you see a whole cop on their phone.
They have a computer system on their phone.
Yeah, and no, I literally seen a police like texting like literally at the light. Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
why didn't give us civilians arrest?
Civilians arrest.
It's like that TikTok where that guy says, "Officer, what did I do, officer?" Because you what do you say you took the stop sign. I took the stop sign. I didn't take nothing.
I didn't take nothing.
It's right there. It can't fit in my car.
I didn't see that one.
And he's like a Cuban or something like that, and he has an accent. And he goes, "No, you ran." And he goes, "Run! I'm not running. I'm in my car. I'm sitting down. How am I running?" He goes, and then he says, "But if I pass the stop sign or whatever, you did it too. So how can I give you a ticket too?"
That's hilarious. I gotta see that video. That sounds funny. I seen this one where the guy actually followed the cop because the cop like kind of ran the stop sign without the sirens or nothing, and he followed him. And then the cop stops. He goes, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "You just ran the stop sign. Give me your name and your badge number." And he was serious. Like he was like, "Give me your name and your badge number." And the cop was like, "Huh? What?" Like he was confused. Like, "Wait, what?"
See, he was on his phone, didn't see the stop sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because he was telling me to look it up earlier. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's what you're doing.
Actually,
the narrow.
It was 616.
Oh, 616.
But 999, they did have this at one point talking to us saying that that's what it originally was supposed to be. However, it was just a stem from like a misunderstanding or like a fictional context.
Oh, fiction.
Interesting.
But of course, as a kid, I believed it because they didn't have no backstory behind it. Now all of a sudden the internet has backstories. And honestly though, like really, I personally feel like you can't believe the internet, everything the internet says. Like I'm not talking about just social media. I swear you could Google something, right? And be like, okay, well, boom, that's facts. It's Google.
No.
I can literally make my own stuff and write my own like Google page and everything like that. When it has .gov, okay, now I can believe it because now it's .gov or so .org. But if it's .com,
I don't know. Even with that, you could be a little suspicious.
I mean, nowadays you can hack into everything and change shit around.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
What is the truth?
Have you ever made any movies or wrote anything like conspiracy wise or? You plan on?
No, not conspiracy wise. I did write I started writing an outline of a film years ago before the pandemic happened. I call it Pandemic.
They took your idea, the government.
Yeah.
And it made it to real life.
And, no, but the take on it is that people are getting a disease like a cold, but it's making them have zombie effects.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
But they're not zombies. They just look like they start becoming like a zombie, but they don't. But they die.
Oh, wow.
But if you touch them or something between a certain amount of hours, you'll get that disease, and it'll incubate for a while before you start showing the signs of like zombiness or whatever. But it's just a disease. It's just something that you have to try to cure.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Nobody steal that. It's on video. We have it here.
Don't steal those ideas. Don't steal those ideas.
It's written. It's timestamped.
Since as far as conspiracy theories, I know you said you don't believe in much besides in the moon landing. You might believe in.
Yeah.
What do you think about the conspiracy theory about Michael Jackson supposedly like as far as like living like ghost like the Michael Jackson? They say Michael Jackson ghost is like being walking around the house, and everything like that.
I don't know. I believe in spirits.
Because they had a video of it, but. Yeah. Well, green screen and everything, you could really put that together.
You could,
and he knows all about camera magic, so.
I believe there are spirits, as long as I feel them. Mm-hmm. Not all the time. But, I don't know. I don't think he's walking around. I don't think he is. But, I mean, who knows? But, I mean, I don't think. How many sightings have been reported of seeing him, and where were they reported seeing him, and why would he be there if he's? I mean, it depends. What the circumstances of where they're at and all kind of stuff. Because he's like right here, walking down the street right here. What's he doing in San Antonio?
Right. Out of all places, So what?
Oh
no, go ahead.
I was just saying there's a lot of conspiracy theories when it comes to Michael Jackson. There's that one. There's a one where they said that he actually got out of the ambulance. They actually have a video of him getting out of the ambulance. Or somebody, they say it's Michael Jackson, but somebody got out of the ambulance, out of the back of the ambulance when they pulled up, they just pulled up with him. And they also said that he attended his own funeral.
I've heard that. Well, I was in LA when he died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would, see, with stuff like that, I wouldn't even think, if it's something like that, I wouldn't even think ghosts. I would say, so that sounds more like faking your own death type of scenarios.
Yeah,
that's what that type of scenario sounds. What did you talk about on your podcast?
I talk about everything and anything.
Yeah. Oh, you're like in for the thrills.
Yeah. Mainly about current events that were happening.
Yeah.
Like when the submarine. Blew up
I
talked about a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I talked about January 6th insurrection. I talked about my own. It was my opinion.
What happened on January 6th?
When President Trump went on.
Okay.
I mean, I talk a little bit about politics. I talk about voting. I talk about what you should do, why you should vote. I kind of give facts and stuff like that. So I get a rundown of who the Republicans were, where they at, where they come from, Democrats, all that stuff. So I want to educate the people at the same time, but also want to give my opinions of and I tell them it's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I said, you don't have to agree with me, you just hear me out.
Yeah.
That's how I end all my shows. So it's just like, if you don't agree with me, and people that was saying, I don't like what you said about Trump, but you said I just have to listen to you. You don't have to agree with me, so I'm doing that. So okay, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes because people have their feelings. But I will get on my soapbox and say something. I'll get on my soapbox now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're entitled to state your own opinion and what you have on your mind. Well, it's freedom of speech in America.
Talk about I think July 4th and the history about that.
Alright, I appreciate everybody tuning in to this episode. This is episode 66. This is For the Thrills Podcast. I am your co-host, Poppy X Donato. This is actor Larry. So thank you everybody tuning in. Make sure you follow us at For the Thrills Podcast.
Right.
It'd be crazy if you'd be able to get Damian Chapa out here.
Yeah, he does come here a lot.
He does. Yeah, him and
Jesse Delgado.
Yeah, Jesse,
But I don't know. They're kind of
bougie.
Yeah, it's like if you don't talk to them about money right away, they don't want to talk to you. Because Jesse, I've known him for a while, and he's even said, "Yes, I'll help you with some project." Me and this other guy that used to live here, and every time I try to contact him, whatever, won't pick up his phone. We leave stuff at his door. He said, "Leave it at his door." Never said he got it. Never said. So he was just shady. Just and a lot of people say that he just, if you don't come showing him what it's going to be about, then he doesn't really want to hear about it. But I was even thinking about bringing him on as a producer or something of this. If he liked it, But I don't know. We'll see what comes up with that. But.
So, what in either of the things that you do, whether it's directing, whether it's writing, whether it's acting, what is the most challenging obstacle you face, and how do you overcome it?
Me.
You. You person.
Me is you. You is you trying to do the whole rush hour scene.
Me.
Because I think a lot of times we push ourselves back.
Me is you.
We.
No, me.
No, good.
Yeah, but it's true.
You thought he had a thought process moment when he was like,
what?
It was like, yeah, you. No, I know, me.
No, but then he said we.
Like, what?
They gonna think we're smoking, right?
Man, I left today.
Anything. I haven't been here all night.
I don't know what they were on when I got here.
But they
Guy came with a pizza, right?
Munchies.
Right, a whole pizza box. He brought the good stuff, though. Oh man, no. But yeah, I'm sorry. So, finish what you're saying.
No, me.
Okay, but what about you? Like, what? Like,
I think
give me an example.
Because fear, doubt, and worry. I've always had those three words that instilled in me a long time ago.
Fear, doubt, and worry.
Fear, doubt, and worry. That's what.
Oh, fear, doubt, and worry. I thought you said fear, don't worry. Okay,
no, fear, doubt, and worry. I think we always possess that. The fear of the unknown, the doubt of is it going to work, and worrying about what other people are going to think. Is it going to happen? And so I think with me anyway, that has suppressed that me, not you, or maybe it's you. I don't know.
Maybe
it's me. I don't know. But I think sometimes we suppress that.
Yeah.
We just, I don't know what.
He's having fun at the rush hour right now.
It's because he's so serious, but he's laughing, so it makes it even more funny. He gets a smile. He's like, we suppressed him.
Hey, that's how my dad is, yo. My dad just loves to just smile, yo. My dad, I remember my dad had a PT Cruiser.
Oh shit!
And freaking, we were living in Commerce at the time, and he was coming up, and then he'll just see us playing in the front yard, and he'll be. Like, that just a smile on his face. Like,
no, but it's so funny because he's like, we suppress feelings. He's like, fearing that way. He got a big smile. He's laughing. It's making me laugh.
I think you think about the rush hour too.
I think you had something rushing.
We just did. Oh,
it's crazy.
He said something in here, but let me drink some more, right?
A couple days ago, we brought that rush hour up. We just out of nowhere, he came up to me about that, and now we're talking about it here.
Yeah, the other day, I think that's what makes it funnier for us too, because we were just doing that the other day, and out of nowhere, I don't know what it was, but we just like you, no me, you, and then that was hilarious. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm me and he's you.
Well, and also to answer the second part of the question, how do you overcome it?
I look to you. No,
me?
No,
shit. That's funny.
No, I just have to get into my head, and I feed off of other people. If I tell somebody, if I'm somewhere and I know I'm feeling kind of down, whatever, and it's just gonna work, it never fails. I will get a phone call or something, and somebody goes, "Hey, are we gonna do that thing? Are we good?" And that hypes me up again. And I get that adrenaline rush.
Inspiration.
Again. Yeah, and it's just like, okay, because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I get to, what am I gonna write about? How am I gonna fit this in here? And I have no fucking idea. And then, but as soon as I see something or hear something or read something, that kind of puts that light back into me. I'm like, okay, forget.
That's good that you expressed though that natural human.
Yeah.
Likeness of you, because some people will be like, oh, I'm perfect. Some people have that. But I'm glad that you were able to, because that's vulnerability, and everyone has that. Everyone has that, and like with me, when it comes to writing.
Are you sure? Not me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh shit! When it comes to writing music, and like sometimes like I mean, we gotta get in vulnerable states and stuff like that. Sometimes to write certain songs, but you also like sometimes you get in those vulnerable states and you get writer's block and you don't want to like write or make any music. So is that kind of like similar to what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm like,
we can't say the words you, me, or we the rest of the podcast.
So besides the rush hour scene that lives in his head, we also have, and this is a joke for me and him, we also have, because our barber, he always says for you. That could be it too. It's just without the for, just like the you.
No pronouns.
No pronouns. No pronouns. Oh man, that was hilarious. Sheesh. Golly.
But, yeah.
No, go ahead.
We're all vulnerable.
Say it again.
No, I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
Oh, that you just ended on that? No. Okay. Okay. Back to what we were.
Is this hemp laced beer? All right. I just want to thank you all for watching. If you need to find out any information about me, you can find me on Larry the Legend, Larry_the_legend on Instagram, and you can find me Larry Lawrence on Facebook. Also on Metal Whistle Films on Facebook as well. You can find out everything I'm doing, any auditions I'm doing, what I've done, everything about me. You can find it on there on this social media, right? And I'm Larry.
And then we got Larry in the building over here. We got a lot.
And we heard a lot of thrills.
A lot of thrills. Cheers to that.
Cheers, man.
Where's the drink?
He said, I'm Larry.
I'm Larry.
He said, I'm Larry.
And my other cousin Larry. My brother Daryl.
Or you, me.
Where's your first gig? Like your first official gig?
Sort of filming?
Filming, acting. What was your first official? Was it the one of the roles you said earlier, or?
No, I think it was. It was in California, and I was with. I was working with a girl, Michelle Blackwell. Hey, Michelle, if you watch this later on, her husband Patel. They're the ones who kind of brought me on a lot too, to do a lot of on camera stuff and be the second camera, which I've never really done before, but they let me do that. And she was just doing her own little thing, like The Office, but to the entertainment side of it. So she
like the show The Office?
Yeah.
Oh,
she was trying to do her own thing on that. She was like a different persona, kind of like Hannah Montana, where she was a different person, and then she
Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, right.
So
you keep.
It was that's probably one of the first things I really did. Now, as far as crew work, when I was still in school, I started working on a film called. It's on IMDb, and I don't know. I think they just got rid of it. It was called Tons of Fun. It was with two comedy actors, and it was a cool film. I mean, this is the first thing. I got the directions of where to go. Okay, I didn't have a car when I was in California, so I took the subway everywhere. I took the train. So
I do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So I took the first train out of Long Beach, which is at like 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock. And then I went and got off in Koreatown by MacArthur Park, and I went down looking for the address, and there was this storefront, right, whatever, and I was like, okay. And I'm looking at it, I was like, well, where is it? And then I see a staircase going up to the top, so I go up the staircase, and I'm looking around, I'm like, this is kind of weird, there's Greyhound bus seats on the floor.
Is this the first gig?
Yeah, the first thing. And I was looking around, I was like, what is this? And then I go and I see a door open, and I go up, and there's no receptionist or nothing, but there's a receptionist desk, and it says Atomic Studios. Atomic Studios. I started thinking about it, and then I walked.
How old were you?
No, I was in my 30s, but I had never been there. I put in a person.
So that's sketchy to you?
Yeah. I was going through, and I was like, okay, so I kept walking. I went past the door where the reception is supposed to be. I went to the office, and I started looking around, and I looked kind of, the way it was decorated was a little odd. And then I see some people behind a glass, but nobody ever comes out to acknowledge me. Am I at the right place? So then I go back out and I go down the stairs again, back up to the street, and I call the first AD, and I'm like, am I at the right place? Nobody's coming now. It kind of looks I'm not too sure about this place. She goes, yeah, I'm right down the street. I'll be right there.
Oh, shit.
So she comes, and she goes, help me take out some stuff. I said, okay. I said, is this the place? She goes, yeah. I said, what kind of film is this? And she goes, it's not a porn. Because it was a porn studio, I found out. It was a porn studio that we were using because it was a cheap place to use. But it was.
Oh, you thought it was a porn?
I thought it was because when I said the way it was decorated, I was kind of like.
Oh, it was like sexual stuff everywhere.
Kind of like when you see a porn movie and you saw the apartments that they have.
I never saw a porn movie ever.
Whatever. And I'm looking around like. It just something looked off, and of course nobody came out of the real room that was in there. I was like, "What's going?"
Was it a couch?
Those are the editors, but there was a lot of couches. Yes, but the thing it was a big studio, and we did use it there because it was cheap to use. Yeah. And we could make so many different scenes out of that one studio. Yeah. Even though they already had their own little thing, but we made it into a bar, made it into a nightclub, made it into 2 different people's apartments.
Do you have to clean it like every time?
You see, that's like, should we sit down? We had sanitizer. I was like, I don't know what they use these places for. I don't know if they clean them up, whatever. But we were there for the whole week, and we shot a whole film there. Oh. And then we shot some exteriors at somewhere else in Redbird, in California, and then. It turned out to be not so great film, but it was the directors were from Houston. There were 2 brothers that were doing it, and that was kind of my first experience working on set somewhere.
That's and I was interesting first experience.
And I was a PA. Yeah, I was just a production assistant, so I was just like, but I did.
Was he hoping it to be a? He said, me. He said, let's drink to that.
Let me just drink. He said, let me just drink.
But, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just laughing.
Alright, back to what you got coming up in the near future.
Okay, so I did finish my short film called Time. Okay. And I did show that, but I'm going to probably go into film festivals with it and run it with the film festivals. It's only a 20-minute film. Okay. And I did write that as, it was supposed to be a play. Years ago I wrote it as...
Time was supposed to be a play?
Supposed to be a play, a stage play.
Theater?
So yeah. Okay. So it was only a 10-minute thing that I had done.
What changed?
We didn't do the plays. And then we... I don't know, I just started saying, this could be instead of being on stage, it could be a film. Because some of it's going to be on film anyway, that I had. It's like someone's going to be acting, someone's going to be a background of film, of certain things happening.
So you're gonna do both though? Or it's possibilities?
I mean, we could still
you're leaving it open? Yeah, okay.
But right now it's just a short film.
Short film?
Okay. And the actresses were Brandy Lopez, who used to be in General Hospital years ago. And she's done a lot of stuff lately. And then Stormy Lopez is an up-and-coming actress that she's like almost anything here in San Antonio that we've been on it. She's also on some commercials locally. And also Pablo Guzman, who owns Los Jaliscienses restaurant on Bandera. And on
he's gonna be in it.
He's in it.
Oh, he's in it. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is fully finished, finalized.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is ready to. Well, so when is the release?
I did show it back in October. I think it was October. I did show it. Okay. But I'm gonna show it again probably to a bigger audience. Okay. I just had a small audience watching it just to get feedback and stuff like that. But I'll probably show it again. I did show you, I sent you the
you sent the trailer. The trailer. Okay.
Yeah. And then at the end of the movie,
I can put it like during the middle of the episode if you.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I get it. It's a lot to take in right now.
What?
You
call me and I hear your voice. You don't know what that does to me.
And then the next thing I'll be working on is called The Lost Bullet, which I talked about a little bit. That was supposed to be a music video, and I wound up writing into a full script. And so there's a lot of characters in it. It is starting to become a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yes? Yeah.
And
well, that's good. That's good.
Yes, it's good, but at the same time, it's that's.
Is it go back to earlier?
The unknown. Yeah, the unknown.
Yeah.
Because as I'm sitting down and I'm starting to get more people involved, and I tell them the storyline is called The Lost Bullet. And it's
that's an interesting name.
Like I told you all, it's kind of like it's like a calling card of San Antonio, wanting to be like the blood in, blood out of San Antonio.
And this is The Lost Bullet.
Yeah, okay. And it's not really the same concept as Blood in, Blood Out.
Well, it is. I didn't think it would.
It is. Well, it is about two gang members. Mm-hmm. It's about two friends that grew up together, mm-hmm. and at a certain point, they separate. Mm-hmm. And one's because his family's already into the gang life, mm-hmm. like it's like passed down to generations. Mm-hmm. There's no outs for him, mm-hmm. so he has to grow up into that.
He's locked in, like
he's already there. The other guy is not, but because of peer pressure and hanging out with people, he becomes part of the gang. So there are two separate gang members and two different cliques.
Mm. Which one is you?
Huh? Me? Me? Or you?
I'm gonna have to name the podcast you now, or me. One of them.
you and me, or we.
Right, it's gonna be Larry Lawrence. You. That's it. I'm like, wait, what? Is that his next movie? You?
There was a movie called You.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was.
I thought it was a TV show called You.
Or it was something. No, it was a movie.
With the killer?
No, I thought it was a movie.
The killer guy. That's what you're talking about.
So
it's a show. It's a TV show. It's a TV show. Yeah, it's what they're like. He's like he gets obsessed with women.
Yeah.
And then he just starts
serial killer.
He's a serial killer, and it's called You.
Yeah. How y'all saying about the movie Me?
I saw that movie. It was a good movie.
It was about me.
No, it was about you.
Here we go again, guys.
Right. For the Thrill, episode 66. Larry in the building. Now, so what gives you like? Can you tell me what gives you like your inspiration to keep going, like, and just keep writing and keep pursuing this goal?
Life. What could become what I didn't have, I could probably achieve now, if I go forward and keep doing it. My dreams I had suppressed a little bit, kind of bring back to the forefront and say, hey, I can still do it, I can still do it, I can still grab it. And that's really what I want, not just for me, but for everybody who's in my films. Is I'm looking out for everybody else, because I want...
Yeah.
The whole thing is a reflection of all of us working together and making it happen, go forward. Just like any movie.
Yeah.
It's not about...
It's a team effort.
It's not about that person.
He's changing his verbiage. His verbiage is changing.
It's not about one sole person. It's about everybody working together, teamwork. And I don't want that to be like, because some people are focused like that. That's just about that one person, and who cares about everybody else or whatever. But no, I think if I succeed, they're all going to succeed, and I want to succeed to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
And I want to show that they have that talent.
Yeah.
And I also want to show that they're from here, that we're Hispanic, so we drive our own destiny, and we've got to go forward. And like Lin-Manuel Miranda said, that we don't like what we see on TV or on stage, then we have to be the ones to change it, right? So if I don't see enough Hispanics, if I don't see enough of this or that, then it's up to me, or us, or we, to change it. And make things better, make it come to...
Cheers.
God, we just can't get away from those words. It's gonna come back.
No matter what. Cheers to you.
But that's what I'm hoping to do with San Antonio, and put San Antonio on the map, and not only Marcel's, but the other actors.
No, that's a great vision.
Everybody else. And I keep telling them that. Now, like I said, it's two friends that separate me, come to different gangs. One is grandfathered in, I guess you could say. And then the other one is just because of peer pressure and he's been hanging around with them, they just accept him.
So the other one was initiated, and the other one was born and raised into the gang.
Right, correct.
That sounds like an interesting story. I would like to see that. I would like to check that out.
The thing is, the lost bullet is because it's supposed to be intended for somebody, but it hit somebody else. That's not intended. And you'll find out later who it is because...
no spoiler alerts here.
No spoiler. Because it's going to be, I think, what's going to be the moment of the movie. After that significant situation happens, and what happens right afterwards, and everybody that's read it, they're like, whoa, because it's very strong, it's very emotional, and that's what I hope is going to get the people.
Yeah.
Now, it has a quite a good ending because hopefully they get away from it because they were both in the same area with these gang members and stuff, but they didn't do nothing. They kind of stood down because even though they're in it, they don't want to be in it, right? So it kind of changes the dynamics of who they are. So there's more that's going to happen.
Yeah, without giving too much. Yeah.
But that's the premise of the storyline is that do they come back together? Do they not come back together? Do they live their lives? What's going to happen? So that's what this story's about. Was those two gang members named Chucho and
Chucho is crazy. You ever seen Mi Familia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
But a lot of these names I picked for my movie, they're people that I have known.
Oh, okay.
Something bad happened to them. They're not with us anymore. So it's kind of like a homage to them.
I gotcha.
That bringing those names back that they're still living.
Yeah.
So we could say that at some point or another, I've been with these people, I've partied with these people, I've seen what they do. I've never been in it, but I know about it, so I can write about it.
Some other cartel?
I'm not talking about anybody. Actually, I'm talking about you. When I came in this house, these things I saw.
That was me.
He said, "I'm about to write another movie."
You in this house.
Hey, if you do write a movie called You, We, Me, I want some type of credit. Okay. Put it through.
It's gonna be a comedy.
It gotta be a comedy.
I would love to do a comic con like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
That was. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
So you know You, Me, and Dupree? You, Me, and We.
Yeah.
Hey!
Like a parody.
That's right.
Me, and We.
Parody my boy.
But Dumb and Dumber was like, to me, like, that had me rolling through the whole damn
for real.
movie. Especially with the parrot and the pretty little bird.
I see that you had Static TV.
Yes.
He was the one that he's the one that recorded
He was my DP for time.
Okay, for the time. I've seen him do like stuff in the local scene as far as musicians and stuff. I didn't know he dived into movies. That's
he does.
Pretty dope.
Every once in a while he does do that. He worked with a few of the directors here in San Antonio. But his main thing is music videos. Yeah, shout out to his real name is Steve, right? Steven Alvarado. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Because I've seen him moving around in the music scene. I didn't know he was in the acting scene, so you got to give people their props when they're doing stuff like that. I've been on some of the stuff to do with Chicano Power. I've done one thing in the past, and this next season I'm on the first episode of it as well, Chicano Power. Okay. Where can we see that at? On Static TV or YouTube. Okay. Oh, it's on his channel, the Chicano Power. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good though. Okay, definitely we can look into that. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I did a couple things on that series. As creatives, because everyone in this room, we are creatives, and sometimes it takes a lot to manage the creative lifestyle and your normal lifestyle as far as work, family, stuff like that. How do you manage that? I don't work. No. I try not to work. I try not to work too much. And that's true though, because not me. Right now, I'm at a point where I need that flexibility. Yeah. Because other people that I'm starting to work with have, they're creative as well, but they kind of manage their own lives. Mm-hmm. So they can meet whenever, do whatever. So I'm starting to get to that point too where if we're having meetings every week. if it's in the afternoon, I have to be able to go to these meetings in the afternoon because I'm the director, and these are people are.
Right, this is something that
everybody's investing their time.
And what you got in your vision. They're investing in your vision.
Yeah, so I have to show up and be there, whether it be at night, whether it be in the day, in the morning, whatever it is. So I'm working. But it's whatever I can get right now. I'm not like full focus into a full-time job if I don't have to.
You're focused on your creative vision?
Like you say, because jobs get in the way.
We're
trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, off camera we were talking about that. Yeah.
And that's where I come to a point finally the last year now. I was like
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. But I came to a point where I was like, am I gonna take this serious or am I not gonna take this serious? Because if I'm not, then I can take a full-time job and just work whatever. Or am I gonna take it serious now and do what I have to do to make it happen?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Because I'm doing whatever I can to make it happen. I still gotta make my money, but I don't know what that is, how I'm gonna do it. But I've done it this far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you've been progressing this far. Yeah. I do want to ask you, since we did Me on King of the South, how did you and Carmona meet, and how did you end up getting in that role?
Now, Carmona, I had met him last year at the Texas All-Star Movie Awards, and because I had gotten an award, I showed you the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely showed. Yeah. Nice.
Carmona got one that night as well.
Okay, nice.
So that's where I kind of met him at first.
Congratulations on winning that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so I had met him there, but it was just real brief, real quick. And then I heard, and then like I said, I write for the magazine, the Latin International magazine, and when I got my second feature to do was Carmona.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go meet with him and talk with him and see what he was all about, and I wrote his article.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So I wrote Kiki Suki's, I wrote Carmona.
Oh, okay.
I wrote
Kiki Suki's.
Yeah.
Kiki Suki's, he played a really, like, in the scene I seen, he gets real deep too. Like, he looks like he could pull out that emotion.
Yeah, he's a really
in the bar scene. Yeah.
He's a good writer. He just came out with his movie Mr. Marbles too. Back last month, I think he had his premiere.
Oh, Mr. Marbles too?
No, Mr. Marbles. I just said Mr. Marbles 2 because he's done other work.
T.O. Gotcha. T.O. Alright.
I said, oh no, he's gonna play that.
It's just because you said it fast, so it seemed like you said the number 2.
I just want to clarify for the audience.
How was Mr. Marbles 1?
No, for real. I was like, well, I didn't even heard of Mr. Marbles 1. I was gonna go look it up.
And I actually thought about that. I said, I just opened up another book.
Said another word added to the books. Maybe you could give them a gem.
I would just say, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, if you really, really want it, like I did. Yes, it was kind of hard because I grew up in a not so best neighborhood. It was in, it was the West Side. I was in projects most of my life. So you just have to keep that dream alive. I know it's kind of sometimes hard and it's just repetitive, right? It's just like, okay, I already heard that. I already heard that. You told me that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of true. You really have to keep focused on what you want to do. You have to keep those other people aside that you don't really need at that moment in order to make that pathway to go forward.
Facts.
Because if not, you have those obstacles in your way that's just going to keep. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go. Come on, let's go over here instead.
Right.
Let's go party. Not to say it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But as long as you do it responsibly and keep track.
Managing time and focus. Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for people to do that. Right. Once they go off the beaten path, they can't get back on it.
Right. It takes a lot, right?
Yeah, because I've been there, done that, but I always tend to, I do a little bit, and I'm like, okay, let me get back on the path here. I got somewhere to go. With
that in mind, when you're like on the path and you lose track, what do you do to get back on? Like what brings you back on?
It's me.
Just you.
I have to think of myself. No, but it's true.
It's true.
I talk to myself in my head.
Okay, I got you.
And it's like, okay, you're doing this right now, that's fine. But remember, you got bills to pay. You got this to do. You have people that are behind you right now. You got this going on.
Yeah.
So it's just my frame of mind, my frame of thinking, of me getting back on track and just doing that and not getting too far.
Right. So you're just like you're focusing in on what matters, right? So like you're like, oh, this, and then you got the people that are counting on you. And that's usually what brings you around. No, I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah. So we know where you're going so far as your direct path in films. What's your lifetime goal?
To
reach.
Yeah, to be a great director, a local director, and put us on the map to make sure that people know who we are as a people, as San Antonians, as Hispanics, as whatever it is in life that has thrown at us, that has kept us back a little bit. We can get past that. We can do it with the right people, with the right mindset, and keep going.
Okay.
What is your thrill?
Me?
I think he's gonna say me.
I'm gonna say you, but you're gonna be like, what? I'm gonna throw everybody off and say you.
Right? Don't say me. No Diddy.
That's what I was like. Oh, let me sit back and think about this one.
Oh snap!
Yeah, but wait, what's the question?
In life, in general, it doesn't matter. What is your thrill?
Just giving people opportunities, no matter where they're at.
I respect that.
Giving opportunities, giving a chance to learn.
Yeah.
Because even like I told many people, because they said, yeah, we're gonna have these people come and do this. I said, if you're gonna get people from school, I said, don't focus on the A's and B's.
Right.
Focus on the D's and the F's. Because those people usually have something more to bring to the table than the A's and the B's. Don't set them aside. Just because they have a D and F doesn't mean they're not smart. These guys are smart. I've seen gang members too that they're putting numbers together. Doing, even to run a gang, you have to be smart. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you're running
it's a business.
You're running a business. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So it doesn't matter if they're A's and B's. It doesn't mean they're gonna make the best thing. The D's and F's might make the best thing. Something to make it better. So that's kind of my goal too, is to get them, just because they're in projects or in the ghetto, whatever.
And how about the community? No, that's respectable, and I feel a lot of people could watch this and relate to stuff like that.
Hands-on training. We've got away from that. Yeah. These kids can do hands-on training.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, with that being said, Larry, I appreciate you being on the podcast. Thank you for bringing your insight, your knowledge of directing, and bringing your comedic self just by being you.
Thanks for bringing me on.
And anything you want to close out with?
Man, just wait for things to happen. Larry Delgado, Larry the Legend, Larry Lawrence, whatever you want to call me, whatever I want to call myself. Yep. It's gonna be him, me, we. But you're gonna hear a lot about this guy.
About him.
But all the pronouns you can about it.
No. You tried not to say me.
It's not working. It's not working.
Anyway, you're gonna know who I am.
And at the end of the day, just be you. For the Thrill Podcast, episode 66. I'm your host, MC Thrills, Larry, and we got co-host Poppy X De Niro. Thank you for tuning in.
Adios. Peace out.
Hey, fool, what you doing coming through here? Chapete.